you know? Because I wouldn't care about being liked. I really wouldn't give a damn about being liked.
try
I'd be
and
like,
fix it.
guys, the population's about to go extinct. Like, I don't give a damn if you are...
That's only Western countries, though. When people say that, I don't know why they don't specify. No one ever specifies, but globally, the world population is not going down. It's only European countries where the population is fucking up. In the Middle East, the population is increasing dramatically. In Africa, the population is increasing dramatically. The population, apart from like some of the purges that they've done in Nigeria and stuff, the population's always growing, bro. Yeah, but being a dictator of the UK, he asked me what would I do? What would I do? I would definitely 100% agree with him about rewarding families. So what I would probably do is, like I said, I'd either take the property off of the landlords and then shot them to the public for a proper price, and then obviously expunge the landlord's debt from what they incurred from the ridiculous prices. And then, yeah, like I said, an audit every year of the British government spending should be provided every year for every single thing they do, every sector of society. So the roads, the bins, everything. Even schools, like everything, audit. How much money, where's the money going every single year? And then obviously now, for example, the people that do the roads, people obviously get crap companies, which are usually the politician's friends company, to basically do the job that the council is supposed to do, and then do it for dirt cheap and then split the bread. So what they would need to do is give, we would actually find the best person for the job, so that the chances of potholes become near minimal to zero. So we'd actually invest into science. So you'd actually invest into science to make better roads. How are we going to make better roads that last 100 years? That's what you would invest in. So all that money that is just being spent just to be siphoned off would be invested in research and development into us making roads that last X amount of years. Once that's provided, test it in small cities, do it quickly, let it run for a couple of years, see how that goes. Obviously, in the meantime, fix the roads how they are. And then after 5 years, if that road's patterned, then boom, roll it out. If it lasts that 5 years or however X many years you say it's going to last, obviously during those 5 years, you're going to still be improving it, right? So once you get that improved version now, boom, you roll it out across the whole country, make the whole roads better. And you'd probably even restructure the roads, because right now they take our road tax and then lock off more of the roads to make them into pedestrian walking spaces or pedestrian areas. And it's like, bro, I pay road tax to drive, and you're making my driving experience worse because you don't fix nothing and you're locking off the routes for me to get to where I want to go. So you're wasting my bread, bro. That's what you're doing. You're wasting my fucking money, bro.
So
yeah, that's what I do. Audit every year, and then invest in sciences to make things last longer, better, etc. So that things become cheaper, so that we don't have to spend no money on it, because obviously the government provides the money. And then yeah, you just be stopping the wealth extraction. Stop the wealth extraction and allow the money to basically generate more in the community in the UK. Why do they keep locking off my flipping? Yeah. Oxford's got 15-minute cities. I don't know why this thing, whenever I talk about audits and stuff, they keep locking off my live. This note is unclear. I'm so sure I got these restrictions. Yeah. But anyway, let's go.
Don't care, bro. We need to buck up our ideas and start this. But this is made by an Australian news company. It's going to be interesting to see their perspective on things, because I know a few men who've moved to Australia. No pun intended. But a few men who've moved to Australia, they're all white. No surprise there. But they've all moved to Australia, and they seem to be loving it out there. You know, I don't know why. Everyone tells me I need to go to Australia. My uncle loves going to Australia. He goes there like every year. I don't know. Everyone keeps telling me that. Maybe I should.
Nah, Australia is good because it's got a lot of... Wait, what the fuck? Where's my... Okay. Yeah, Australia's good because it's got a lot of construction opportunities, so you can become a millionaire in like 5 years just by basically building up the foundations in like some mud hut, and like they'll probably pay for your education while you're out there as well. So it is quite it's quite a good opportunity. If you're looking for a location other than Dubai, then it's a good place for you to go. Yeah, if you're looking for a good place other than Dubai, or if you're looking for non-Arab countries, Australia would be good, because in terms of money creation, you can create money there quite easy. Obviously, in the Arab countries, you've got property where you can create money, and then in Australia, you have the construction opportunities to make money there. So it's all well and good. Man said, yeah, I can see your messages still. 50-minute cities in Oxford, they've got one rolling out soon. I do have a video coming on that, so just bear with me.
You could not save a penny. Even if you save it, something comes up, or you find every week your shopping's getting dearer. You live in Antonas, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, the price of things are insane now, guys. Like, just anything, just everything. I'll look at the price of, for example, okay, I was out with my sister yesterday, all right? And cool, I wanted Shake Shack, but she was like, I'll go to McDonald's, and she'll get McDonald's instead and come back because she felt like McDonald's, bro. And, bro, the price difference, like, we got near enough the same items, you know what I mean? And she paid £12 in McDonald's, I paid £16 in Shake Shack. Why on earth would I go to McDonald's when it's for £4 more? I get better quality, more premium product. I don't know. Like, the price of things just doesn't make sense anymore. Nothing makes sense. It's like, wow, petrol being £1.60 a litre, that's normal now. For unleaded, that's normal. Like, that's the new norm now. Like, what? When was this the norm? What, just because of the Strait of Hormuz, but BP's making record profits? What? None of this makes sense.
For almost 14 million people, this is the harsh reality of life in the United Kingdom. It's
the uncollected bins, but the council tax going up. We can all relate to that.
a country where the poor are getting poorer.
We are, what, the 6th richest country in the world, and we've...
That is complete bullshit. We are, but let me tell you this, okay? A lot of these councils are bankrupt. I did a video on it. A lot of these councils are bankrupt because they're repaying interest on bad loans. Like, they took out loans to do projects. The projects obviously flopped because the money was just being siphoned off. And they're paying these things back, what they call, not liable loans.
Yeah, I explained what siphoning was in my previous
I don't think
video.
it's liable.
Siphoning is when, for example, a politician, let's say, use the example of potholes. So somebody, the chief of road infrastructure in the government, they are given a budget every year to basically sort out the roads. They organize it. They basically organize the organizer of each council to say how much money they're going to spend every this year on doing what road tasks, etc. So he's been given X amount of money to basically make this happen. So obviously you can either pay a private company to do it, or you could employ government workers to do it. What this chief does of the road infrastructure does, he might have a friend that is a road infrastructure company. So he's like, okay, how much can you do it for? And then he will quote a very high price. And then what they'll do is they'll spend the least amount of money they possibly can, and then the rest of that money they'll split it between them. So the chief has the money, and his friend that has the company has the other half, and then the least amount was spent on basically doing the road work. And that's what siphoning is. So if you ever hear anyone saying siphoning, that is what siphoning is. So it's broad day robbery. But yeah,
I think there's something else, but there's certain loans that banks, I think Barclays was the biggest one, that were giving to councils, and the terms are just terrible. The terms are pretty much, Barclays can up the interest rate to whatever rate they want, and that's leading to
facts. The shout out K1. Most of the companies that get those government contracts are new. startup companies. Yeah, literally.
councils having to cut services and increase council tax because they're busy paying off these loans that they have to pay off for projects that are non-existent, that failed, bad investments. There was one council that invested like £500 million into a solar farm, and every year it doesn't even cost them £500 million to run the council. That's like 3-4 times their annual budget.
They just took £500 million. Because yeah, solar panels are expensive, but if you spent £500 million on solar panels, you'd be able to spend sorry. You'd be able to power the whole of the UK and more. Scotland, Wales. You might even be able to power some European countries if they spent that much money on just solar panels and the science to make it better and increase it. But they don't do that. They don't care about science. So any science they care about is germ warfare.
And they've invested, they've taken out a loan on to start a project. Do you see the issue here? That's why.
Got parents skipping meals so that can ensure that children get fed.
Like, why is that happening? Why are parents skipping meals when supermarkets throw food out? It doesn't make sense. Why is Greggs, everybody loves Greggs. Why is Greggs now having to downsize and be inside petrol stations when there's so much unused retail space?
And a divisive populist movement promising to pull old Blighty out of its rut is rapidly gaining momentum.
This government is deep in crisis. People have lost patience with the political establishment in this country. They will...
Blood. The political establishment is more than just Labour. Is all of you lot. All of you lot have the same master. So you're gonna do the same shit. You care about the same stuff. So the stuff that's fucking us over, you're gonna keep the stuff. You're gonna continue to do it. But the stuff that doesn't affect us, that's what you'll change.
Do we really think Reform UK is going to win? Do we really? I think...
Yeah, the UK is a... the UK can see the future because it copies America. So how America just went, the anti-establishment guy, Trump was a borderline dictator, but then he got reeled in. He got compromised, and now he's acting the way he's acting, doing the madness that you're just like, what the fuck? But, I forgot what I was going to say.
What, is local elections coming up? Let me see. I think on the May... let me not even say the date, because then I might give away my location. Okay, I've got my VPN on, so I can't. But yeah, local elections. I'm voting... you know who I'm voting for, guys? You guys want to know who I'm voting for? I'm voting for Ian or Elaine. I think I'm going to vote for Elaine. If you know, you know.
Let's see who Elaine is, because I want to know if he's joking or if he's being serious. Based on Elaine is as it refers to Elaine Williams, a Reform UK politician set to become the leader of Walsall Council in May 2026. Other references include Elaine's London A-Bar, Elaine played a singer. Elaine Williams, Reform. Elaine Ruth Williams, damn. So this is who Tanks is voting for. I swear I've seen her before and she wasn't Reform. I'm sure I've seen this one before and she was not Reform. Yeah, that's weird. I don't believe it. UK elections. Election results live. So I missed it. I don't pay attention because both of them, like I said, they're both my ops, so I don't vote for either of them. I don't vote for anyone. A general election, when's the most recent election? UK elections, most recent. The significance of 2026 elections. How Britain is governed is a question. Across software, numbers. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna have to go to TikTok for this, because it's too much reading.
The elections are over, so who won and who lost? Well, it's clear Reform UK is the big winner in England and Labour the loser. But there's still dozens of results yet to be declared. Results from England's local elections are trickling in though, and they're building a picture. Reform, which had very few seats to lose, has won hundreds, while Labour, which had the most to lose, has lost hundreds. Although some are claiming it's not as bad as expected. The Tories have also suffered critical losses, while the Greens and the Lib Dems have picked up dozens of seats, but they will be hoping to pick up more. Complete results from Scotland and Wales won't come till Friday evening, and depending on what they are, it could be days before we know who'll form the government. Nigel Farage has already claimed it's a historic shift in British politics, while Keir Starmer has accepted voters have sent him a message he insists he won't be walking away. Much more.
What do you mean? You say voters have sent you as a message and you insist you won't be walking away, but what the fuck is that, bro? We sent you a message, so